Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Good afternoon, sir.
Can you start?
Yes, sir, we shall start.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Vyakta Sivali Ahirwar. I was born and brought up in Bhopal. I've completed my schooling from St. Paul Senior Secondary School with the subjects PCM. I have pursued my Bachelor of Arts in English Literature Honours from Institute for Excellence in Higher Education, which is affiliated to Barkatullah University, Bhopal. I've completed my Master of Arts in English Literature in the year 2022 from Gandhi PR College, which is also affiliated to Barkatullah University. I have cleared the UGC NET exam. I've also secured the JRF in the year 2024. I've also cleared the GATE 2024 exam.
You said GATE. GATE is
Yes, sir, GATE.
also for the English. In our time, it is only available to technical subjects.
Yes, sir. Previously, it was only for technical subjects.
What,
But
what is the reason it been introduced in GATE?
yes, sir. I can explain the reason. As per NEP, and even the government is trying to make every institute as multidisciplinary institute. And traditionally, IITs were centers for technical education. But these days, most IITs have a Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, so that more research and training can be conducted in these disciplines. As trainings in every discipline is necessary for the growth. So research in humanities discipline will also help in the progress of nation. So that's why most IITs these days have a humanities department. So that's why GATE is being conducted so that people can pursue master's degree or a PhD degree.
What do you think in this era of technological advancement? We must focus on technological advancements rather in humanities. Can you justify my statement?
Uh, Sir, can you please repeat your statement? I could not hear.
Okay,
I
okay,
could not grasp it properly.
okay. My voice wasn't that clear.
So, so your voice is breaking a little bit. There's some friction in the air.
Okay, now is it clear?
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
That's no question. Okay, my
Yes, sir.
question was pretty clear that in the technical advancement, today's the world is based on technology. A country which is technologically advanced can be considered as developed nation. Okay, so in countries like India is considered as a developing nation. We need humanities over technology, or we need humanities or technology equally important to the country. Can you justify my statement?
Yes, sir. I don't think so. Any one discipline is more important than the other. And I think that humanities forms the background of science and technology. For example, if we talk about artificial intelligence, we also talk about ethical use of AI. So without ethics, which is primarily a discipline of humanities, even artificial intelligence is incomplete. We can see that there is a lot of misuse of technology. So the subjects of humanities give that sound basic for technology. So I think that both the disciplines are necessary for the progress of any country. I can substantiate this with another example that India does not come very high in the happiness ranking. That is because people are overworked and overstressed. If we include the subjects such as literature, arts, it will help in releasing the pressures. So I think that both the disciplines are very necessary for the progress of a nation, both the sciences and the humanities.
You talked about artificial intelligence. What is the rank of
Yes, sir.
Intelligence Preparedness Index 2024 of India?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of this, but I'll definitely read on this.
Okay, okay. Use of ICT in teaching. How do you, okay, how will you implement ICTs in your teaching?
Yes, sir. as the world is getting advanced day by day, use of information and communication technology in teaching has become not only necessary but crucial for learning. For example, there are a lot of steps and schemes by Government of India which help in this. For example, there is e-Pathshala where free online YouTube classes are available. We can use that. Then in the classrooms, there are smart boards available through which learning can become more easy.
No,
Then
no,
there are
no.
also
Okay. That's a part of government. They're implementing their efforts. But what shall be your efforts in implementing ICTs in your college?
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood the
Okay.
question. So, I can incorporate the use of Google Forms to conduct quizzes. I can help the people or students in filling the assignments or submitting the assignments via online mode through Google Docs. I will also like to conduct mm, regular online sessions with faculty from other institutes, which might not be possible to
Okay.
invite everybody.
Okay, Vyakta. Do you support e-learning over traditional learning?
Uh, so I would not support e-learning over the traditional learning, but I think that there needs to
So
be
you
a
are
blended
against. So
model.
can we say that you are against the e-learning?
No, so I'm not against e-learning. I think that a blend of both needs to be followed. That e-learning can be substantiated with traditional model of learning, and it will only enhance the outcomes.
Okay, what are the negatives of traditional learning?
So one negative is that accessibility. Not everybody can afford to go to classrooms and attend the classroom model of learning. Then it is not very inclusive. For example, if a person is specially able, if he's autistic or suffers from any deficiency, then they cannot learn at the same pace. So they face a major problem in the traditional model of learning. The other I would say is inclusivity. At times, the fees is too high for people to afford, so it is not very inclusive. These are the challenges that I think come with the traditional model of learning. Also, it's very a teacher comes and gives a lecture, and students are only passive learners. I think learning needs to be more of an active process.
Learners can be found in both e-learning as well as traditional learning. Okay, sir will ask you questions.
Good afternoon, sir.
You have completed your graduation in political science. So tell me, what
Yes,
is
sir.
the function of public accounts committee?
Um, So Public Accounts Committee is related to the management of the accounts of the public. For example, maybe the Consolidated Fund of India or the Contingency Fund of India. I'm not very sure about it.
So what do you understand by democracy?
Money which is of people.
What's the definition of democracy?
So can you please repeat your voice is very low.
Can you explain me what is the main motive of democracy?
Uh, yes, sir. Democracy, as said by Abraham Lincoln, is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, in which people are the supreme entity, and the government functions so as to provide a better atmosphere for the achievement of the needs of people.
So do you have heard about Salman Rushdie?
Sorry, sir, I could not hear you.
Do you have heard about Salman Rushdie, an English author?
Yes, I've heard about. Yes, I've heard about
What is
Salman
the
Rushdie.
definition of
He's
Salman Rushdie in English literature?
So Salman Rushdie has contributed majorly in English literature. He has written The Midnight Children, which is a partition novel, which talks about the traumas of the partition time and how people of both the countries were suffering. Even the title is an allegory to the speech by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, that India will awaken at this stroke of midnight. He has also written the Satanic Verses, and recently he was attacked in a conference. So his writing also raised issues about uh, liberty and freedom. So he has played a major role in Indian literature. He has
Vyakta,
also introduced magical realism.
how can you differentiate between phonetics and phonology?
Okay, sir. So phonology is the way we speak, and phonetics is the branch of study of phonemes, and uh, it's a branch in the study in linguistics.
How many kinds of tone are we used in English literature in writing?
Uh, So I'm not sure, but maybe formal and informal tone.
Okay. So next question. Thank you. Next question will be asked by sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Vyakta, what are
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
good afternoon? What are heroic couplets?
So heroic couplets are rhymed verses. There's a particular rhyming scheme that is followed in heroic couplets, which I cannot remember at the moment. And those were traditionally reserved for heroic poetry, which talked about the exploits of a knight. And it was introduced in the time of age of Chaucer.
Which writer used heroic couplet first time?
So I think it was Geoffrey Chaucer.
Can you name some works with vast use of heroic couplets?
So in Troilus and Cressida, he has used heroic couplets. Um, Other works I'm not sure about Geoffrey Chaucer.
Okay, no problem. What is Ottawa Rhyme?
So Ottawa Rhyme is also a rhyme scheme in which uh, I cannot recall, sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. What is Gothic literature?
Okay, sir. So Gothic literature is the literature that deals with supernatural elements. It was introduced by Horace Walpole in his very famous work, The Castle of Otranto. There are many other major works, such as Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, which are prominent works of Gothic literature. In it, there are a presence of large and huge castles. There is an eerie vibe to the novel, and characters are often struggling with supernatural beings such as ghosts. In the story by Emily Bronte, there is a ghost of Heathcliff, and it's most of them are romances. Uh, uh, that's also
Okay, what is an ode?
okay, sir. So ode is a lyric form, and it is usually written in memory of someone or for to mark a great event. For example, there is ode on a west wind, which is dedicated to west wind, or ode on the return of Oliver Cromwell, which was written to mark the great event of the return and the reinstating of Oliver Cromwell.
Can you differentiate the subject matter of odes written by P.B. Shelley and John Keats?
Yes, sir. So the primary difference that I can think is that P.B. Shelley also writes romantic ode, but the ode of Keats are more sensual in nature, and both of them worship nature.
Can you name some odes written by John Keats?
Yes, the Ode on a Grecian Urn is one of the odes written by John Keats. Mm, the others I cannot recall.
Can you give the theme of ode to Gracious Earth?
Yes, sir. So Ode on a Grecian Urn talks about a Grecian urn in which some engravings are there, and it talks about love and nature and how the mortality of life.
Okay. Have you heard about Ode to Autumn?
Yes, sir, it is an ode written by P.B. Shelley.
What is its theme?
So Ode to Autumn is about the season of autumn, and it talks about how there is change in season. Uh, it also brings certain changes in us as humans, and it talks about it. It reflects his beauty of nature and the love he has for nature.
Okay. And there is a work, Great Expectations.
Yes, sir, it is written by Charles Dickens.
What are the expectations in this work?
Uh, yes, so the great expectations in this, most of the characters have great expectations from themselves. The hero of the novel, who is Pip, also has expectations of himself that he'll become a great person and that he'll achieve heights, which at the end of the novel does not succeed. And even other characters, such as his benefactor who was going to jail, also had great expectations from him. So these are the expectations that are talked about in the novel.
Okay. There is a work by R.K. Narayan, The Guide.
Yes, sir.
In last, the main protagonist, Raju, he alive or dead?
Yes, sir. In the end of the novel, it is left open to the interpretation of the readers that whether Raju is alive or dead, because it is said that he was undertaking a fast, so as the rain would come. But it is R.K. Narayan leaves it open for the readers to discuss whether he was dead or is he still alive. So that's up to the readers to decide.
If you are a reader, then suggest he is alive or dead.
So, in my opinion, a better fitting ending would be that if he dies, because then his life comes full circle. That uh, he made certain mistakes in life, and then when he uh, tries to pay for those mistakes and pay for those sins by giving up his life for the good of the villagers, because he was trying to fool the villagers at the time by pretending to be a saint.
Okay, okay. Why he became saint?
So he became a saint and an astrologer because when he got out of the jail, he gave certain advice to a person and it became true. So he garnered that reputation that he's a saint. So that's why he became a saint, because he did not have any other occupation to do also.
Okay. What was the theme of Silver Box?
Okay, sir. So the Silver Box by John Galsworthy deals with the themes of social discrimination. In it, a silver box is missing from a family that is very upper class, and it talks about how there is certain level of prejudice when it comes to lower class people, and if the thief would not have been from lower class, he would have been acquitted or he would have been left free. But since he belonged to a lower class or lower strata of the society, everybody considered him to be guilty. So it depicts the reality of the society.
Okay. There is a term in English literature we often listen, dramatic monologue.
Yes, sir.
What is dramatic monologue?
So dramatic monologue is a form of poem in which the poem is written for somebody and it is written in a more dramatic manner. For example, the poems by Browning, My Last Ditches is a dramatic monologue. Uh, that's also.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Is it the correct explanation?
So I'm missing a few points.
Okay, you should know about that points. Okay, no
Yes,
problem.
sir. I'll read on
What
it.
is negative capability?
So negative capability is a term coined by John Keats, and it talks about how an author uh, he writes this essay in reference to Wordsworth, that Wordsworth could not Wordsworth would write more about nature, and he tried to criticize through this term the works of William Wordsworth.
Okay. There is a play, Arms and Men.
Yes, sir.
What is the theme of this play?
Psalms and the Man is a historical play, and it is based on the fights between two countries during the World War. And from what I can recall, it revolved around a love story. And in the end, I'm sorry, so I cannot recall the character's name, but in the end, the protagonist's wife dies of certain disease, and it deals with the trauma that was related to war.
Okay, my last question from you. Which theater was started by William Shakespeare?
Mm, mm. So I'm not sure. Sorry, sir.
There was a theater which was burnt in the fire.
Yes, sir.
What is the name of the theater?
So I'm guessing the Royal Theatre, but I'm not very sure.
Okay, no problem. Sir, feedback.
Okay.